Hello friends, Jason here for TheChartGuys, doing another check-in on our tanker stocks. So today we had a relatively boring day into the last 5 minutes in general market, and unfortunately this big drop that we are seeing has got a lot of momentum behind it and it had an impact on some of the trend changes we are trying to establish over on TK and other names in order to change this trend. We had a new hourly trend that had formed for the bulls, but we didn't get any follow through on the 4-hour, and in fact now we are heading down. TK daily time frame, big candlestick with a Marabuzzo close, a lot of momentum. We have a titch of support at 311. It's a must-hold level for the bulls if they're going to do anything other than establish a daily downtrend. They need to hold 311. Next support under that is 284. Go to the 4-hour time frame. We can look and see the attempt at a higher low that we tried to get. However, we just couldn't materialize a higher high, and in fact, we lost that 319 level in a pretty big way. Again, 311 is a key level on the 4-hour time frame. And if we go to the hourly, we can see pretty much what happened. Here's this hourly downtrend. We reestablish an hourly uptrend. We establish a high at 350. A lower high at 319, or sorry, it's a lower low underneath the low here of 331. Thus changing the trend back to the bears on the hourly time frame. Now we have a lot of momentum here. 311 is not that far away. It's very likely we lose that level with the momentum we're seeing. The only thing that would stop this would be some extreme oversold conditions, in which case the bears would be exhausted and give the bulls a little bit of opportunity for upside. However, we don't see that quite yet. 33 on the 15-minute time frame for RSI, and on the 5-minute we've stair-stepped a little bit. Oversold at 24 RSI. Not quite enough for me to be confident that the bears are going to be overextended and too tired at the 311 level. A lot of momentum. It's likely that we're going to see a lower open tomorrow morning with TKs breaking 311 support. Let's take a look at NAT. NAT did have a bearish day. We have close to a Marabuzzo close. We still have bearish momentum. 485 and 471 are our daily support levels. Now let's go right to the hourly time frame, because that's really what matters on a lot of these names here. Hourly downtrend, 511 resistance, did not confirm with a higher high. In fact, we see a lower high. We set a low, lower high, lower low, and we are still inside this overall relatively ugly hourly downtrend. And what we need to see is a hold over 485. At this point, I don't think that's likely either. If we're going to see continued bearish momentum and we see a weaker open tomorrow in the general market, which might have that dragging effect on our tanker names, then we're going to see a test of that 471 level in the near future. The only thing that could save this would be a miraculous hold of the 45 level and then an hourly trend change. I don't see that likely to happen, but we're prepared for all scenarios. AFRO daily time frame. This is going to be a fast video. There's just not quite a lot to talk about. They're all trading in tandem thanks to this weakness in the general market. So instead of seeing a higher high attempt over 417, we see a straight reversal near Marabuzzo close, which means our closing price is pretty much the lowest price in the day. In fact, our closing price is 370 or 737 and our low 737. So yeah, it's a Marabuzzo close. Complete bearish dominance into the end of the day. That's what that means. So we close under 740. We have 730 support, which is going to be from an hourly or 4-hour level at extended hours over here. We'll take a look at that in a second. But yes, just straight drop. 7 psychological is the only support level that we see beyond 730. If we go to the hourly time frame, we get a very clear indication of what's happening. Hourly uptrend, hourly downtrend, hourly uptrend, 817. We lose 786 as our key support. We establish an hourly downtrend now. 730 is the only thing that stands between us and that's 7 psychological support as far as key support levels go. Bulls can still change the trend, but again, it's just going to be so far just a short-term hourly uptrend, in which case we need to hold over 730, and we need to break the high of 765, which is the top of this little green candlestick here. TNP, daily time frame. Another Marabuzzo, or not a Marabuzzo close, very close to a Marabuzzo close. I meant to say a red day. And yes, indeed, it is a red day. I don't know how much of a dip buy this was. Let's see, our close is 51 cents. Our low was 48 cents. So a 3-cent spread between low and close. Not a huge vote of confidence for the bulls. So 248 is going to be our lower day support. Below that, 237. A lot of bear momentum here going into our 4-hour time frame. We can see that we are grinding our 30 RSI. 33 is our current level. Hourly and 4-hour downtrend in effect. We can see our lower highs, lower lows, and it's very likely, based on these candles, that we are going to see continuation to the downside and a test of that 237 level. On the hourly time frame, not a lot of confidence here for the bulls. The only thing they can possibly do is on the 15-minute time frame, hold 248 in extended hours, and look for double bottom in tomorrow's action. What I would love to see, and the best case scenario for the bulls, would be to basically just go sideways, early morning flush, right to 248, hold, and then make an attempt for the bulls. If we lose 248, 237 is the next stop. SFL on the daily time frame. Another red day, but we are more well positioned as compared to our other names because we have taken more time to get up here. We have built more bases of support. Right now, the big one is going to be our close of the May 6th candle, which is 985. So bearish momentum going into the end of the day. We're going to jump right to the hourly time frame to get a look at what that looks like. There's that hourly downtrend, that hourly uptrend. Now we're trading sideways and we have lost 1024. So the most likely outcome now is going to be continuation and a lower high underneath today's high of day, which is 1057, into, well, I presume following the rest of the tanker stocks into what should be an hourly downtrend and an eventual test of that 985 level. Below 985, the support levels that I would be interested in, I think, is probably the most extreme of this little consolidation area, 969. Below that, we've got quite a ways to go with support at 920 and 882. So many nines. 990, 920, so many nines. Anyway, that's it, guys. A relatively simple day as far as price action analysis goes. We've got some good setups, we've got some good supports, but we just have a ton of bearish follow through. And if the market continues to react the way it has to the latest news, we are going to see that acting as a dragging effect on pretty much everything out there, including our tanker stocks. Anyway, that is it for today. Have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whatever you have, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.